Morning everybody. I've got a special guest this morning. This is Lily and she's Ronnie's dog and she loves being in this bedroom. So yeah, me and Ronnie are sharing digs this week, and of course he's got his two gals, Lily and Luna. We're in Sunderland and we've got this huge house. It's pretty crazy, to be honest. There's like 3 bedrooms that aren't being occupied by me and Ronnie. My bedroom is pretty huge, ignore all my stuff. That's literally what I've packed for 2 weeks, so I'm pretty proud of that. Anyway, today we've got another photo shoot. Kind of unfortunate that I've got this massive spot thing on my face. I don't even know what happened. I think it turned out to be like a blood blister under the skin because it felt like loads of pressure that needed to like get out, and it was like getting bigger and spreading. So I put a pin in it and just loads of blood came out. Like, I'm really sorry, that's a bit gruesome for this morning, but Lily, no, come on, get out. No. But anyway, unfortunate because we have another photo shoot today. Look at this silly girl. Yeah, so basically for the tour version, as I've said before, our set is like 2 times as big. There's new set pieces. We've obviously got our beautiful ensemble cast. So yeah, we just need new photos, I think. So we've got a call for that today, and then we've got a show tonight. It is currently 9 o'clock in the morning because we're going to take these doggies out for a walk in Sunderland. Right, I've just had my porridge and I'm going to have my banana. What on earth? She's mental, this dog. So last week I went and bought myself a load of vitamins. Lily, no, not under the bed. Lily, come on. Come on. There's a bit of like carpet underneath there and she keeps like nibbling and chewing the ends and like pulling it off. What are you doing, pup? Come on, come on. Okay. Right, anyway, I went to get a load of supplements because I just want to, like, as I said in my last couple of videos, like, prioritise my health and, like, make sure I'm giving my body, like, what it needs and, like, do everything I can, basically, just to... excuse you. Hey, Luna. Oh, my God. Stop fighting her. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm just wanting to make sure like I'm doing everything that I need to be doing for my body, basically. And I settled on 4 different things to take every day. I was taking a multivitamin anyway. Yeah, these are just some extras. So I got new multivitamin, and they are a multivitamin with iron. I've also got my electrolytes in here. I have collagen. I have creatine, because I'm trying to build that muscle in the gym. And I've also got like a probiotic, like gut health kind of thing. Honestly, my main priority is just clear skin. Like, I've suffered with my skin for so long, like it's so annoying. And I'm starting to think that it's like an inside body thing. I've also got this 3-mint tea, which contains quite a lot of spearmint, which is good for acne prone skin. So, I don't know, we'll see how that goes.
You go for walkies on the beach?
She's like, let's go! Let's go!
You go for walkies on the beach? Oh my God! Lily, let her run! Around it.
It is so lovely here. The weather is gorgeous. I shouldn't have worn this jumper. So sunny and lovely. Kind of want to get in the sea. Okie dokie. We just got back from brunch and I have managed to do a full face of makeup. Should have really made this neck of this jumper a little bit wider or more stretchy on the bind off because keep getting makeup on it, but hey. By the way, if you are new to my videos, I am a knitter and this is one of my creations. It's a bit warped there because I think I picked up the stitch wrong or something, and this is one of the first like big pieces that I made with like nice wool. But yeah, I've only got this and one like hoodie like pullover thing for 2 weeks, so this is probably what you're going to see me in for the foreseeable. Lily, get from under the bed now. God's She's on one today. You're doing a madness, little girl. What is going on, little girl? What's going on? What's happening? Oh, no. Anyway, yeah, we're just about to go to the theatre. Let me just show you my room properly. It's a bit of a mess, but it's got this lovely, like, bay window at the front. You can literally just see, like, I've just been moving that pillow to get in and out of the bed because it's just so massive. And then I basically have this whole top floor. And this is my bathroom. Got a toilet, sink, and a big shower. I've just got a few minutes until I have to actually leave. If you follow me on TikTok, you will have seen in a snippet of a video that I'm doing this personal curriculum trend thing. I think it's actually a really amazing mental health well-being tool. So basically it's like you set yourself a personal curriculum as if you're at school and you like do like a few subjects, and it's just about basically like bettering yourself and like learning new skills and whatever. And one thing on my personal curriculum is to read the New York Times top 50 books of the 21st century, I think it is. The list is actually the top 100, but I am going from number 50, and I am like an hour away from finishing the first book, which is called Trust by Hernan Diaz. It's just like a book that I would have never picked up, but obviously it's really good because it's in the top 50 books of the 21st century. So yeah, really enjoying it so far. And yeah, I'm hoping that by this time next year I would have done all 50, but we'll see. I'm going to read a bit of that now. On the way here, I was listening to a podcast by Grace Beverley, and I really love her podcast. Basically, she gets like people who are at the top of their game, like in the top of their field, whatever it may be, and she just speaks to them about their subject and tries to get as much from them as possible and helps people learn as much as possible. So for example, like on the way here, I listened to one about women's health and like hormone health and things like that, and it was just like so interesting to listen to somebody that is a fountain of knowledge on like this one subject. But yeah, she also did one that was like a solo episode, which was talking about how I think it's like the top 1% of women do these things, have these habits. And one of them was like time blocking and like treating their time as if it is money. And yeah, I just feel like I want to get more into that sort of mindset of like when I do have my days free, which is most of the time being an actor, I wanted to be productive and feel like I'm working towards something without burning myself out. So yeah, a lot of thinking going on in the world of Alicia, but for now, I'm going to just get into my book. Hopefully I'll finish it maybe today or tomorrow. Okie dokie, welcome to my humble abode for the week. We have a nice couch that's got my spare underwear on, glamorous, and I've just got so much space. It's so lovely, but when I've got so much space, I tend to spread my mess everywhere. I mean, we've only done 2 shows here, and it's been pretty chaotic. With like coming in and out of work because I'm actually staying by the sea in Sunderland, so I'm staying like out of the town, so it's not necessarily a vibe of like coming into the theatre like just early because I'm around. I've sort of been coming in like last minute, so I've not really had time to actually shimmy this dressing room around and arrange what is going on. You'll be glad to know that I was bought some jelly beans by a lovely girl called Lily. She gave them to me in Cirencester and I toured them to Nottingham, and then the team very kindly toured them here. So they are travelling around the UK with us. So good. So we get emailed a call sheet the night before to just tell us like what's happening. So my wig time is 1:30. It is now 11 minutes past 1, so I need to get my wig on. Production shots at 2 till 5. 2 till 5. Oh my gosh. I thought this was just like a top-up photo call, but 2 till 5 is a long time, so I imagine they're basically redoing like all of our shots. To be fair, the tour version looks way different, so I don't blame them wanting to like capture it for promo shots. Wig prep can just be whatever. Also, these are not my own earrings, for anyone wondering from the top of this video. They are actually my new Monica earrings, which I forgot to take out last night. Basically, I had those little hoops and they've been clanging against my mic. I think I said this before, didn't I? But anyway, let me just tell you again. So now I've got these little studs, but because they're so little, I just forget about them at the end of the night, and so they just tend to come home with me in my ears. We also don't need to have mics on for this photo call. For photos, they basically try and make it look as real life as possible, like not like it's on stage, you know what I mean? So we don't necessarily need microphones on. And they will probably like blur our wig lace lines and things like that, so it looks good for the shot. Just put a few pins in, nothing special, and I think we're starting with Act 1 costumes, which is my red waistcoat, which has been very kindly put behind me there. Okay, the one thing that does need to be very, very good is my tattoo cover. I've also just put a blob of concealer on that spot, hoping that it will cover up because my foundation was just doing nothing. I might actually do like the whole bottom half of my face again and just try and go for like really, really high coverage because this is not going to look great on camera. However, they do tend to airbrush our skin and, you know, make sure that we look pretty flawless. So that is good because I need it right now. I feel like I'm always in a rush. While I'm here, let's just talk about my stupid stress management that was going on in Nottingham. Like that opening night vlog, like it wasn't pleasant for me to edit. It wasn't pleasant to watch, I don't think, because I was just like freaking out. And not in a way that like you guys watching it would have seen that I was freaking out, but like knowing how I was feeling and then watching myself do it was just like, whoa, Alicia, like you probably need help with that. But anyway, the stress is like gone now and I'm so chilled. Literally, like, first night in Sunderland performing, it's actually a bigger house, I think, or looks like a bigger house. Anyway, my nerves were completely fine, didn't bat an eyelid. I was like, great. And obviously, you know, we had teched the show, all of the stuff isn't necessarily new information or material anymore, so that was completely fine. Apologies for last week's vlog, bloody hell, I was fully losing it. Okay, I feel like I've made it slightly better. The one thing about photo shoots is you have to put on a lot of powder because you don't want to look shiny. And let me tell you for free, I'm a shiny girl. What actually happens is I am a dry skin girl and then my skin produces like too much oil because of how dry it is. Does that make sense? So I literally suffer with like everything that's bad about having dry skin, but also everything that's bad about having oily skin because I've got like dryness with just like a layer of oil on top. Like it's unwell. Powdered, and then my mum gave me this all-nighter Urban Decay. This is such a throwback to like sixth form like makeup. Did anybody else used to watch Jaclyn Hill? Was that her name? Makeup YouTuber from like literally 10 years ago. And like that era of people, they all used Urban Decay eyeshadows, foundation, Kat Von D as well, oh my god, and MAC, a lot of MAC. But yeah, my mom is the type of person that will buy this for one event and then just be like, well, I don't need it anymore. Very much like me. I wonder where I get it from. Right, I need to get up to wigs. I've just got to put my lipstick on, but I want to show you something that I'm really excited about. So, I've been hunting in the supermarkets for this specific product and I haven't been able to find it in the several Tesco's that I've been in, but in Sainsbury's, it's basically espresso, but it's got caramel syrup in it and you just add milk and you've got an iced coffee. Sadly, I don't have ice. There is actually a little freezer compartment, so I'm thinking, should I get like a silicone ice cube tray just to tour? Because I had like a little freezer compartment in my fridge last week too, so I could be making iced coffees every week. But then I've got oat milk. Also, why is oat milk so expensive these days? Like in Sainsbury's and Tesco, it's like £2.50 for oat milk. But in Morrison's, they always have oat milk on offer for like £1 or £1.50. So let's just see Let's try not to get on my costumes, my God. They've both been in the fridge, so it's gonna be like pretty cold. How much do I need? Like that? Is that too much? I'm gonna be bouncing off the walls. And then my oat milk. I haven't got a straw. I should have got a straw. Right, I need to go shopping tomorrow. Let's just stir it with this fork. That's actually really good. I think I could do with a little bit sweeter. I could do with more caramel, and I'm not sure whether it's because I've not got enough of this. Let's try a little bit stronger. I am literally going to be bouncing off the walls. What am I doing? That is so good! I kind of feel like I would be better off getting the plain one without caramel and then adding my own syrup, because I'd like a little bit more than that. I don't like it too sweet, but that's like, can barely taste it. Hello? That is so good. That's going to sort me out for the afternoon. I'm also just going to put a little bit of cover on this tattoo here. I'm actually running out, but I've been told I'm getting some new stuff next week, so that's exciting. Oh, that's a bit dark for my wrist. Probably never sees the sun, that's why. Let's do some powder and see if I can fix it. Okay, do you know what? It's better than nothing, and at least it will highlight to Pam, our lovely photographer, that needs to be edited out. We're doing the full lip. Sometimes I'm a little bit lazy and don't do lip liner, depending on how much of a rush I'm in, which is very, very naughty of me. But let's do the lip liner today, if I can bloody find it. It's here. The reason I kind of avoid the lip liner some days is because I'm just really bad at it. You know those videos where girls like literally like do it with their eyes closed and it's like a different lip combo or whatever? I've seen that on TikTok. Like, I could never, because I can't like really feel, I don't know whether it's because I've got like quite small lips, but I can't really feel like where my lip is without looking in the mirror. Oh, see what I mean? I've done like a terrible job with that bottom lip. I need somebody to teach me. That's something that continues to baffle me in musical theatre. That like nobody teaches you like how to be good at makeup. Like, thank God I am good at doing a smoky eye, and this makeup is passable for Monica because it's kind of just like Alicia makeup but like different colours. Also, I'm not really too sure like how to blend it. Some people have said like add like some lip balm, and that's kind of an issue with it needing to be kiss proof, but we're going to do it today because I am assuming we won't be doing kissing for the photo shoot. Okay, but then I need the actual colour, but then that's going to be all slippery because of the lip balm. What about if I blot now? Okay, then we blot this one, and I'm going to put the lip coat on anyway, just to trying to help it stay on because we're shooting for hours. I've got my watch on, which has been repaired this morning by our lovely wardrobe team. I think it's actually a vintage watch, and so it's falling apart. I think I'll probably have to get a new one at some point, but they've just sort of like sewn the leather together, which is very, very helpful. And yeah, you can't really see my earrings anymore, which is quite sad, but basically like when I do my Monica impression, without it being like really shaky, it kind of is helpful for me to get into that land of like her physical, for me to like have a bit of a shake of the head. She does it all the time, and that's one of the first things actually that I picked up on when I was doing my research on like how to do the impression. She does that to emphasize, and every time I did that you could hear on my mic, if I was speaking at the same time, rattling of my hoop earrings off the frame of the microphone. So we sacrificed them for these lovely big studs, but you can only really see it when like I move my hair or whatever, but they're in anyway. The smaller details. Right, I need to finish up my coffee so I can be a little Duracell bunny on stage. Let's go and see Amelia, actually. She's probably in wigs. Let's sit here and surprise her when she comes in. What are these foundations? She's going to kill me when she sees this. I love looking at other people's makeup. That looks like a nice foundation. Sharon C. What else has she got? What's this? Snow Fairy. Let's have a spray of that, Amelia. Fresh like Phoebe's tea. What else we got? Tripod for the content creation, always. We've got all of the Phoebe jewellery, which is plentiful compared to my Monica she actually changes rings, chokers, bracelets throughout the show. Where is she? We're running out of time. One thing that I love that Amelia does is this. This is like very me coded, Alicia coded. It's like her vitamins, and she just like pours the whole pack into these little things and then they just sit flat. That's such a good idea. I actually probably need to do something like this because obviously I've got my little pill box thing, but that can only really hold like 2 weeks worth. So yeah, this is definitely something that I need to look into doing. This might be her. 10 hours later. Hello!
You can't put that in your vlog.
Hello!
I
I've
nearly
been expecting you.
just walked into your dressing room, which is why that's even weirder, but like by accident.
I was just looking at all your things. Sorry. My heart rate is going up. My heart's racing.
Get the Apple Watch on.
You need an aura ring. That was what you could wear in the show.
That was horrible.
Sorry.
Horrible.
Weird looking.
I came here looking for my jewellery.
Right, let me just have... Oh, I was going to have a mint, but actually let me brush my teeth because in case I've got any little bits of... any nuggets of food in there. Hello? This is my bathroom for the week. I've actually got a shower and a toilet and a lovely sink. It's perfect. I got Invisalign like 5 years ago now, I think it was. And no, it wouldn't have been 5, maybe like 4. And because my teeth are like closer together than they were before, I do often have something in my teeth. So sorry if you've had to witness that on the vlogs. Let's just do a little packed bag. So definitely powder, concealer, beauty blender, maybe my blush, the lipstick and lip liner. I actually think I've done all right on that lip liner. Maybe, see, can you just see up close? Like that looks like crap. Like, how do I make that look better? Can somebody help me, please? All good. I'm all sorted. Central Perk. Beginning in Central Perk. Thank you, Laura. That relay is really quiet in this venue. Right, let's take the jelly beans down because no doubt everyone's going to need it during this call. And my water bottles are downstairs. Let me take my phone, actually, because there might be a long time where I'm not being used. Hello. Just gone on a tea break. We're taking pictures in the breakfast scene, which we didn't do last time, so that's nice. It's when I'm in my Levi's shirt with the tag cut off. Okay, we are back. I'm going to find Hannah for a wig brush because I'm looking... She gets a bit ratty arm on. Obviously, it's just meant to look like real life hair, so that's like kind of what we're after, for it to just look like kind of natural hair. But yeah, I've had it on my head for like an hour and a half now, so we need to get a brush.
If you could have a guess what's in my mouth, what would you guess?
And I would say it's jelly beans.
It's jelly beans.
Jelly, jelly
Ding, ding,
beans.
ding. They all look the
Bernie,
same.
I'm being the blog. Bernie.
What? They're both right about this.
Why? What are we doing?
Breakfast scene. I haven't planned for mine. I've got my active hair.
Oh yeah. Bernie, 13's getting good.
Is it?
Me and Ron been watching it.
What's that?
13 with Jodie Comer.
Oh, I've watched that.
You have?
I watched it when it was like on at the time.
We just finished shooting. It was actually really, really cool. We got a lot of shots that we don't currently have, so that was nice. Got pictures in our new fountain, so that was lovely. Okie dokie, we're out. I kind of need to take this lipstick off because we've got an hour till we're warming up. What is happening with that and that? Losing the will to live. I have today Thai basil beef. Bloody lovely. We've got a nice big green room this week, and we've got our pool table, and Dan and Ronnie have been having a little contest, so maybe we'll go downstairs and catch them playing. Boogity. I was careful not to do it too loud so you didn't scream. Look at this, it's like a mansion. Dan and Ronnie sadly are not down here. I ended up staying in the green room to eat with everybody. That was lovely. Now we have 45 minutes until warm up, so I'm just going to try and chill as much as possible. I might actually do some knitting. I have been struggling to pick up my knitting. I'm still on the same jumper that I was on in
Cirencester because the wool is so small. This is the beginnings of a sleeve. So I've knitted like up until the underarm bit, and then I'm going to knit both sleeves and then start knitting in the round to basically add on the sleeves, which is something that I've never done before. So it's a new skill. It's on the personal curriculum, so I need to get it done. And I think what I need to start doing is actually like time blocking, you know, from this time to this time, you're going to knit like non-stop, like get as much done as you can. I'm struggling in the way of productivity right now. So yeah, I think I'm going to like do that properly starting from next week. I think over the weekend, once we've got these shows out the way in Sunderland, when we move to York, I'm going to like sit down and properly like plan out my week and plan out my times that I have to read and knit, and also time to just like, oh, walk around the city for 45 minutes, like go see what there is, what to do. I've got a load of recommendations on my TikTok that I posted the other day. I was just asking for like, what's the best thing to do in your UK city, because the likelihood is, unless it's like Liverpool or Manchester, I'm probably going there or near there. And loads of people have said, oh, you need to do this, you need to do this. So, you know, I'm going to just put those things that are in my comments in my diary and block out time for them and just, yeah, try and live a very organised, productive life. Also need to be blocking out time for the gym, because I was meant to go to the gym after brunch this morning, but then didn't. But if it's in my diary, then I probably will end up going. If I know like these are the days you're doing your gym sessions, I'm going to be much more likely to go.
What about me? Just talking on a vlog.
Come and sit in here. Back from physical warm-up, we actually have to do our vocal warm-up in the corridor today because Friends the Musical Parody has an extremely long stage reset. And the stage management team, like, I don't know how they do it. They basically have to do a reverse escape room, is the way that I like to describe it. There's so many props, there's so many pieces of set that get moved to very detailed different places throughout the show. So then when they have to put the show all the way back together, they have to move so many things. Like, it is almost an impossible task in my head, but they obviously do it perfect every single night. But it does take a while, and also our trucks are powered by air, so they basically like lift up like a bus so that you can roll it, and then they flatten down and the air comes out, so they have to be like gassed up. Gas them up. And yeah, because of the photo shoot, we were a little bit later today, so we are just warming up in the corridor. A glamorous life. Alrighty, it is the half-hour call. I need to just do a little top-up of my makeup because my lips look crazy. Okay, time to tackle the maze that is this theatre, Sunderland Empire. So, I'm in dressing room 2. Ed is next door. There's this block, and we're on the first floor. This is block A, and then you go down here. It's like literally like Stranger Things. Like, I feel like a Demogorgon's gonna come like bursting through that door any second. So this is block B. Sorry, did I say block A? This is block B. That is block A, and I keep going through there, but it's not through there. And then you can go up here. Down there is to the stage. Go up here. Lovely views of Sunderland. And then the dressing rooms are like, they're named the same numbers sort of thing, but then this is block A. So yeah, got very lost getting here, but it seems pretty straightforward now I'm showing you. Not messy. I was just, do you like Stranger Things?
I've actually never watched the show, but I've seen the stage play.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, I was saying this, all of the corridors remind me of Stranger Things.
Oh, I do get that energy.
With like the Demogorgons like chasing you down the corridors.
They do have a Demogorgon in the very first scene.
Oh, do you know what? I've seen it. You know at the very end where they bring out L11, and it's in that room with the bright lights. It's like that.
I've seen all the TikToks. You know, the way a lot of people have seen Friends.
Ready to do a show. I seriously need to fake tan soon because I look like Casper the Ghost. I mean, it is this camera and these lights too, but my gosh. I'm almost see-through. We are at Act 1 Beginners, so I'm just gonna head down. I need to fill up my water bottle. It's strange in this venue because our quick change is over on stage left, which is where I do most of my entering and exiting. I actually only really need one water bottle here. Here is the jelly bean station. I think a couple for the road. You're actually very good at getting like saliva in your mouth, which is good for singing. So actually, it's a vocal tool. A bean thief, caught in the act. Enzo, he's the beanstalk.
Are you filming?
The beanstalk that bites back.
Handled 0%.
Oh,
Jesus, off! Why have you done that?
you need to call out. Come on then. You want one of them?
I do.
Eva!
Oh my God,
Give me a pink one then.
Shit,
I've
where
been
did you-
private vlogging for the last few weeks.
Private vlogging?
Yeah, I feel like I've just been vlogged like solo, like not many people have been in them.
Oh.
Come in here.
Yeah, I haven't seen you with... Is there a name for this thing?
It's called a DJI Osmo Pocket.
You know how you got a name for your car? You got a name for this?
Gareth?
I like it.
This is our quick change area for the week. It's lovely and large. We actually have quite a lot of dresser support now, so they don't actually preset our chairs. So this is just like next in line costume, which is lovely. Just have this little tiny break for like a minute before I go on and sing solo number 2. God damn. Okie doke, we're at the interval. I really can't film much in this show. I feel like that's what's the difference between Monica Mondays and Frenchie Fridays. Frenchie was a track that was so chill. I had so much time off stage that I could just like, not mess around, but like, you know, film entertaining content during the shows and like get so many more people involved because I had like a 20-minute break in Act 1. Whereas Monica, I literally have like minutes at a time, and so yeah, it's not the best for creating content, but I hope like the little conversations that I slot in here and there make it worthwhile you watching, I guess. Really good Act 1. I think the audiences are loving it here. I mean, social media is rife with opinions, and I feel like people think they are more entitled to have like an opinion on the show than others. Let me just get changed because somebody's going to come and collect my belt in a sec. Yeah, let me get into Act 2 and then we'll continue. Yeah, sorry, because obviously people have watched this TV show growing up and these characters are all so important to them. These little skits that we're doing in the show, the way that we say things, the way that we look, like it is so important to everyone, I think. And that means that we are definitely open to more scrutiny than your average show where you get to like create a character or like, you know, make it your own. And we've heard so many amazing things, like so many positive things. There's also obviously people who are like, oh, you know, it's not quite right. The Friends shouldn't be a musical. Like, how can you do Friends the musical without X, Y, and Z people? And it's like, we're literally doing a parody and, yeah, it can be quite rough to the extent that like we've kind of stopped reading some comments on social media and some reviews. So that is something that we're dealing with. But at the same time, like absolutely loving the show. I've heard some amazing feedback about my performance, about my castmates' performance, about the show. And it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea because it's a parody musical, do you know what I mean? We are having an amazing time on stage and so are the audience. Most nights we get a standing ovation at the end and, you know, people laughing their heads off and cheering, and it feels like overall in the space an amazing atmosphere. But yeah, it is a really, really high pressure job, but we're keeping our head above the water for now, so that is good. Okay, during that act, my watch broke. They tried to fix it last night, but they sewed through the leather, but the leather is literally just like falling apart because it's so old. So hopefully it'll get fixed or I'll get a new one. Doesn't feel quite right without the watch, to be honest. I just feel a bit naked. Anyway, in the interval, I tend to do a little doom scroll, to be honest. Normally just searching for TikToks that I can film. I probably should use my time more wisely, but at the same time, I've been doing the show for an hour at this point, so I just like to sort of zone out. But yeah, let the doom scroll commence. Alright, let's go up to... So when we get beginners, I head down to the wig trundle and just get a brush. We love the jelly bean.
I think he's the giant that lives at the beanstalk, and it's a beanstalk like this type of bean.
Enzo is the beanstalk.
Feed
What are you
five,
talking
foam
about?
hum.
He grows a metre every time he has a jelly bean. We've literally demolished them.
In about 4 days, 5 days.
Yeah. We didn't actually eat that much in Nottingham.
Only on the last day, and we went from there to there just in 1 day.
And now we've done this.
Yeah, but there to there in 1 day is crazy.
Dan, come here.
We've rattled through the jelly beans.
Again.
You want
What's
some?
Enzo doing in the background?
I don't mind if I do.
I always zoom into Enzo just like this.
Oh yeah, have fun.
Yesterday, I was eating so many jelly beans, and Ed does a shorter intro in this venue, and I was like,
How are you finding Sunderland?
Sunderland, this theatre's friggin' cold.
It's freezing!
It's freezing! The audience, it feels like they're really far away from us. So I miss them.
Yeah.
I wish
will
that
say-
they were closer.
Sunderland as a city is nowhere near as bad as it's been made out to me.
you've not really been in the
It's. I have.
I've not really been around
have.
too much.
I have.
My digs is lovely.
Yeah.
It's a lovely town.
I will say,
I've not really been into
I
the
don't
town
feel
too
safe
much.
on my walk home.
To be,
Yes,
please.
Yay.
I have Ronnie, so and the dogs. They ain't getting near me
There
with,
you go,
with Luna and Lily.
being funny, we need to get another one.
Or we never get one again.
Yeah,
Oh,
we need to go on a
oh,
ban.
I can do the show without a jelly bean prior to.
I know, but the problem is I have like
We need to order some. No, but having the sea next to a town or city definitely takes it up a few points, you know what I mean? We are ready for turkey time. They've actually made a new invention in the turkey, so it's not just a COVID visor inside, it is a hard hat, like that they use for like to put the set up. So they fitted a hard hat into the turkey, so it's actually higher up on my face, so I can now see the floor. So I'm like looking down and I can see the markings on the floor, so I'm not completely blind when I'm in it, so that is nice. As soon as I get off that stage, the wig is off my head, and then I've got to try and journey to wigs. Wig successfully chopped off. Now back down. Oi, oi.
Wait,
What? Now I try and get Anne ready as quick as possible. Look at me. We are out of costume. There is a couple of things that I have to do. One of which being putting my laundry outside. You don't have to put it outside, like they will come in your room and get it. But I just think, let's make wardrobe's lives as easy as possible. So that is my bra, my knickers and my mic pack. They get washed every single night. I think they also have like a washing rotation of our costumes, and for example, like they'll do that white top every Monday, or like, I don't know, maybe twice a week, I'm not really sure. They probably do my red waistcoat more often than anything else because I wear it for the majority of Act 1, and it's definitely something that I wear the most and get most sweaty in. My mic just sits in a little plastic box over there, so I've put that in, and then I need to figure out whether I'm going to come in and do my makeup tomorrow, which I'm probably not. So let's take all my makeup home. I've managed to go even smaller with my makeup bag and make it this, which makes me very, very happy in my tour life. So I just get everything from my little carry that I take downstairs and pop everything I need in here. I think tonight, when me and Ronnie watch an episode of 13, with Jodie Comer, that's what we're watching at the moment, I'm going to do some knitting. I'm going to challenge myself to finish this cuff. I was going to originally challenge myself to finish this cuff during the show, but I realised it's just a pointless goal because I just don't have time in the show. Whereas when I was playing Frenchie, like, the whole sleeve would have been done in the show. So yeah, I'm going to do that tonight while we're watching TV. Oh, jewellery on. And these earrings out and my necklace on. I always forget to take all of this off. We have 2 shows tomorrow, but our shows on a Friday are at 5:30 and 7:30, so our call time isn't actually until 4 o'clock, which is very nice for a 2-show day. But you do start to go a little bit doolally by the time we get to the second show because you just have no break in between. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week in York. Hello? Come in, James.